Good morning and greetings from Northumberland on a cold, bright morning. It's the 12th of January, and it seems like the skies are beginning to lighten even in the morning as well as in the evening. Today we commemorate two saints who are worth looking up in whatever you look people up. They were born both in Northumberland, so they have some significance for our region. One born in the 7th century and one born in the 12th century. They are Benedict Biscop and Aelred of Rievaulx. So they both became monastic leaders. But before that, they had, as it seemed, a glowing secular career set out before them. Benedict expected to get a land grant from King Oswy, and Aelred was being groomed for secular power and authority. And both of them turned away from this. And they both, in their own ways, went into monastic communities. Benedict's story is a little bit different because he first of all went on pilgrimage and travel. And he travelled to Rome 5 times, no mean feat in the 600s. And he also travelled around very many European monastic foundations. And then he came back to the northeast, and he founded these twin communities at Jarrow and Monk Wearmouth. The remains of these two communities are still standing there, and you can still visit them. And the communities became rich, they became powerful, and above all, they became places of Christian learning and Christian civilization. So much so that the community there nurtured the Venerable Bede, of which we all know, who came one of our first historians, proper historians of our land and our church and our people. And Benedict was part of this civilizing influence, brought up under Celtic Irish Christianity, giving his loyalty to the Roman version. He helped the church move from one version of Christianity to another, and whatever your views on that, the peaceful transition was very important. And he created in the northeast here a centre for Christian civilization and a centre for Christian mission, the roots of which are still very important for us today. And there in those communities, people are still living out in parishes on those very places the Christian ideal, the Christian commitment. He was very significant in the early development of Christianity in our land. Move forward to the 12th century, born in 1109. Aelred was born in Hexham, up the Tyne Valley from Newcastle. And he might have had a place in the Scottish court, but he too chose to leave, and he went to the newly formed Cistercian Abbey at Rievaulx in Yorkshire. And he rose there to be sent out to be an abbot at another smaller monastery, and then was recalled on the death of the abbot of Rievaulx to lead and to nurture that monastery. And indeed, he became the leader of the Cistercian movement throughout the country. And this was at the time one of those places where Christianity was developed, was lived out, and was a witness to its communities. So both of these people, first of all, found Christianity in a community, in people sharing together. And it's one of the sadnesses of the present time that our ability to come together physically is so much reduced. And so we have to find ways of being in contact and support each other in a non-physical way. But they also, through their communities, influence their districts, their areas, the society in which we live. They lived for Christ and they proclaimed Christ to their communities. And that's a valuable lesson for each one of our churches. If we can live for Christ, then we will share Christ with those around us. And so let us pray at this time, following the example of these two Northumbrians, that we may follow, we may live, and we may share the blessings of Christ with all those around us. May God bless us today.